Welcome to this week's episode of Manali Movie Podcast. And this week, as promised, we are doing Kaho Naa, Pyaar Hai. Remember when Hrithik Roshan first showed up and we all collectively lost our minds? I was 5 years old and I still remember that. And Amisha Patel, she looked like a little dreamy fairy princess as Sonia. Not to mention that deserted island setting of the movie and the doppelganger part and just the songs and that peak Bollywood 2000s magic. Can you believe this movie is turning 25 this year? Yeah, quarter of a century. We are officially old folks. Anyway, while I was researching this movie, I found out there are few other iconic movies that were also released in the year 2000 that are turning 25 this year. So I'm thinking of doing those next and we will call it our Silver Jubilee series. Our We Are Old Folks series. As you know, Bollywood isn't like any other movie industry. Bollywood is a feeling. The drama, the romance, the thrill, every moment is storytelling. And that's exactly what we are doing here. So either you're eating, commuting, or pretending to work. Whatever you're doing, let's all immerse ourselves into this dramatic experience that is Kaho Naa, Pyaar Hai. So our movie opens with Rohit. Now Rohit is the boy next door. And not just any boy next door. He is incredibly handsome. He's played by Hrithik Roshan, so you can imagine how he is Greek god handsome, okay? And Rohit isn't just the handsome boy that comes in every girl's dream. He has his own dream as well, and his dream is to become a pop star. He wants to be a singer, and he is insanely talented. He writes his own songs, which are super good. He sings, he has a very dreamy voice, and he is very talented in playing the guitar. So he has everything talent-wise. So what's the problem? Well, he is dirt poor, like every struggling protagonist. He lives on the top floor of a tiny shack with his brother Amit. Amit is 7 to 8 years old, I'm not sure, but he's like a kid in school, like in primary school. We all remember Amit from the later half of the movie when he becomes super depressed because of obvious reasons. When Amit is introduced, he's a scammer. He's scamming Rohit. So early morning, Rohit tries to wake up Amit to go to school, and Amit, half asleep, tells him, "What bhaiya, today is Sunday, we don't have school." And Rohit, "Oh, today is Sunday? Okay, sleep. I'm so sorry I woke you up." And he goes down for breakfast. It's in fact Thursday. So the downstairs of their shack, there lives this older retired couple, and they are the landlords of that shack. So Amit and Rohit are renting the top apartment from this older retired couple. When Rohit goes down for breakfast, that's when the uncle tells Rohit, like, in fact, it's not Sunday, and Rohit goes up to wake up that little scammer. And I'm telling you that this little Amit kid is very smart and knows how to get things that he wants. He goes down for breakfast and then starts praising the auntie and say, "Auntie is so nice. She not only puts butter on my bread, she always puts jam as well," because he wants jam and butter on his little toast. And the auntie realizes that, but auntie says, "No, not today. I'm out of jam. What am I supposed to do?" And then the kid says, "Oh, no worries. My bhaiya will get me chocolate on the way to school." Such a little scammer, and the auntie calls him out on that, but she says it like little adoringly, "Oh, this little kid, he's so smart." And Amit for that says, "Oh yeah, of course, it's very important to be smart in this world, and I heard to be smart one should eat chicken all the time," implying that he needs chicken for dinner. And the auntie gets it, and because auntie dotes on him and Rohit a lot, she says, "Okay, fine, I'll make you chicken for dinner." And that's when the uncle, who is relaxing there, he tells Rohit, "Hey Rohit, so that hotel that you work at, the owner has put an ad in the newspaper about needing a musician. This is your chance." So it's clear that everybody around Rohit knows about his big dream and are very supportive about it. A little fact on Rohit and Amit's parents, they don't have any. I think they are orphaned, and even though there is a really big age gap between Rohit and Amit, so Amit is 7 or 8 years old and Rohit seems to be in his early 20s. I would have guessed like 20 to 23, around that age. These two brothers are super close and always have each other's back, and we'll see that throughout the movie as well. Now Rohit is dropping off Amit to school, okay? And this is peak 2000s Mumbai transportation, okay? Rohit is cycling and Amit is standing behind him holding his brother's shoulder like this. In 2000s in Mumbai, if you have a cycle and you can balance, you're good to go. Who cares about traffic rules? There aren't any. They're going to the school in like a very busy street in Mumbai. And right when they stop at a red light, there is this sleek white ambassador car that stops right beside them. And at that time, these cars were like a status symbol, only the rich people had them. And in this car belonged to somebody super rich, because the driver was in that white chauffeur uniform with that white hat. And inside there was a girl. She was sitting in the back seat. She was around Rohit's age and she was doing her makeup. And the way she was doing her makeup was so fascinating to Rohit and Amit that they kept looking at her, very intrigued. The light turns green and they all go ahead. But at the next red light, Rohit is again beside that same ambassador car, and the girl is still doing her makeup, and she's so immersed in it and she's so enjoying doing her makeup that it's very intriguing to watch, very honestly. At the end, she puts like a sticker on her top of her cheekbone. It's like a bronze star sticker. I think that was in the fashion at that time, and she puts it right here. It doesn't look bad, but she just looks to the side and she sees Rohit and Amit. Rohit driving that cycle and Amit standing behind him, just looking at her. She's very confused, like, why are these two boys looking at me? And then Rohit points to her cheek where she has put the star sticker and says, and does like this, like, no, it doesn't look good. And it's not just Rohit. Amit is also saying, no, it doesn't look good, as if giving their review. And she was a little offended, like, what do these boys who do not look like they know how to do makeup giving me opinion on makeup? I think she gets offended. She rolls her window up, and that's when the light turns green and they go on their own way. Clearly, she is in college because the car is driving towards like the biggest college in the city. And when she reaches the college, she checks her reflection in her little handheld mirror again, and she sees, no, I shouldn't put that sticker on. She removes that sticker and checks her again. Oh, now this is good, and just gets out of her car to go again. And that's when she sees Rohit and Amit cycling again. They look at her. She no longer has a sticker and give her a thumbs up, like they approve of her little OOTD today. And she's also very happy, like, oh, what gentle little boys giving their opinion. So it's like a cute meeting, if you would. And that was our first meeting with Sonia. Now Rohit, he doesn't have one day job, he has two. So he is really into the hustle culture. His first job, as we discussed, was at a 5-star hotel. His second job was at a car dealership. He's working there one morning, and the big boss of the dealership, Mr. Malik, shows up to Rohit and says, Rohit, this is my very good friend, Mr. Saxena, and he is the millionaire. And yeah, he is one of the most richest, if not the richest man of the town. And Mr. Malik says, this is Saxena and he wants to purchase a car. Help him out. And Mr. Saxena, don't worry, this is Rohit. He is one of the most talented salesmen that I've ever had. You know, girls just buy a car just by looking at that face. And Rohit does his job well. He helps Mr. Saxena purchase this red convertible car. And Mr. Saxena arranges with Rohit such that Rohit delivers that car later that week in the morning. Here we also meet Tony. Now, Tony is Rohit's best friend. He also works with Rohit in the car dealership, as well as he is the duo in Rohit's little music group. So Rohit sings and plays the guitar while Tony plays the flute, and they are the music duo. I don't think Tony is very much interested in music. He just plays flute as a hobby. He is just there to support his best friend and his dream. What a good friend. Tony asks Rohit, hey Rohit, did you speak to your boss about that music gig? So boss is the 5-star hotel where Rohit's other job is. So the boss there, the chairman of this 5-star hotel group, is very good with Rohit. And the chairman agreed for Rohit to play there. The only issue is the hotel, the branch of the hotel where this particular musician is needed, that hotel is managed by the chairman's son, Atul. So to impress Atul, Rohit has to give an audition. And the chairman has told Atul that, yeah, okay, Rohit is going to come, get his audition, and see if you like him, hire him as the musician. So Rohit and Tony visits Atul's little office. And when they get there, Atul says, oh, Rohit, come on in. I heard from dad that you're going to be auditioning. Bring in your band, let's see. And Rohit is taken aback. It's like, I'm sorry, Atul, it's just me who I sing, I play the guitar, and this is Tony, he plays the flute. This is it. Atul is a little disappointed. He says, Rohit, I'm expecting a whole band to perform at this event. Tony says, listen, just hear us out. We are good. Our music is good. But Atul says, listen, I mean no disrespect, no matter how good your music is, this people and this establishment caters to certain kind of people and they expect a performance. It's synthesizer and electric guitars are the new buzzwords in music. A small guitar and a flute and just two people performing is not going to cut it. I'm so sorry, but I'm a businessman. I have to do what I have to do. I'm sorry, I can't hire you. Rohit and Tony are then dismissed. Now this musician that Atul is trying to hire is for the coming night's birthday party. This birthday party is happening at the outhouse of their hotel. And this birthday party is for one of Atul's closest friend, the daughter of the richest man in the town. Who is the richest man in the town? Mr. Saxena, of course, the guy who bought that convertible from Rohit. And who is the daughter? Of course, it's Sonia, the sticker girl. If there is one thing that is crystal clear about Mr. Saxena is that he loves his daughter. Now, when you're stupid rich, how do you wake up your daughter on her birthday? Oh, why, of course, with a full-fledged violin orchestra playing Happy Birthday to You in her bedroom to wake her up. Sonia and her dad live in this massive mansion that they have a fountain right in their living room. They are that rich. I don't see a mom there. Maybe she's not in the picture. I don't know what happened to her. But it's Sonia and her dad. And she asks him the most important question as a birthday girl. Dad, where's my gift? And he said, oh, your gift is right outside the door waiting for you. So she just runs to her front door, opens it, and then there is Rohit trying to knock at the door. And he's wearing his little salesman uniform with that white shirt and that big ass tie that all salesmen used to wear. So he's there trying to knock, and Sonia opens the door and then sees this boy. And from inside the house, Mr. Saxena yells, so Sonia, how do you like your new gift? And Sonia looks at Rohit, and I don't know why, but she thinks her dad got Rohit or this man that she doesn't know as a birthday gift. Girl, why would your dad get you a man for your birthday gift? Why would your Indian dad get you that for your birthday? Anyway, this girl is fully checking Rohit out, convinced that this is her gift. And to answer her dad's question about how she liked this gift, she says, oh, I love the gift, daddy. And that's when it clicks to Rohit that this girl is confused, thinking that I am the gift. There is a car, red car, convertible right behind him, and she's looking at him. So her dad from inside keeps asking her questions about the gift, and she's answering them, thinking Rohit is the gift. And the dad asks, why don't you take your gift out for a spin? And she's like, how am I supposed to do that? She almost laughs, and that's when Rohit shows her the key. And she, with all honesty, asks him, you work on a key? Sonia is a little ditzy, happy-go-lucky girl, okay? Like, let's give her a little grace. But she's genuinely confused, like, why this man has a key? And then he points to the car. And then she puts like literally 1 + 1 as a kid and understands, okay, the car is my gift. And to her credit, she's not embarrassed, okay? She lets out a little laugh and just very excited to see the car and just run towards it. She is like a privileged little girl who has not seen a day in the struggle, but she is really nice about it. And somehow she's very likable as a character. Now she's admiring her little car. She's just so happy to see it. And she's talking to Rohit about it. And she says, such a beautiful car that daddy has given me. And Rohit says, yes, it's a beautiful car, but don't ruin it by putting artificial stuff on it, bringing back to the little sticker thing that she put on her face. And looking back, I think Rohit was implying that Sonia was beautiful. Rohit is kind of good at flirting. He's very smooth. Maybe once you're beautiful, flirting just comes naturally to you. Who knows? But it's like a good friendship moment between Rohit and Sonia. They introduce their names to each other, and Rohit wishes her happy birthday before he leaves. Later that evening, Rohit and Tony are on this like little rundown boat. It's not like a dinghy boat, but like a proper, like a small ship. And it's rundown, it's at the shore. And one thing I forgot to mention, that Rohit lives very close to the shore. Their little shack is right on the beach. Now this boat is also like a recording or a music studio where Tony and Rohit do their music. They are practicing their music, and suddenly there is a loud noise. There is a loud music coming from somewhere, and Brazil is playing. They look over where the noise is coming from, and they see the outhouse for that hotel, and they see Atul there managing a big party. There are lots of people. There is a loud music, and they are partying in like the veranda or the garden that overlooks the beach and the ocean. And it seems like a party is in full swing. That's when Rohit notices Sonia, and he understands, okay, this is her birthday party. So back in Atul's little office, when he rejected Rohit and Tony from performing, Rohit took it graciously because he understood like Atul had to do what a businessman has to do. But Tony, oh no. Tony was very offended, so he has like a grudge against Atul. So now that he sees Atul managing this party, he says, no, okay, I'm going to do something about it. And that little shit, he sneaks over to the party. Before going, he tells Rohit, listen Rohit, once I signal you, you start singing. And Rohit is like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So anyway, this Tony, he sneaks in the party and messes with the wire so that all speakers stop playing. There is nothing, and he signals Rohit, and then Rohit starts singing. He does his little hey hey. I'm so bad at singing, I shouldn't be singing. So he does his little song. He does like a little part of his intro, but that's when somebody else manages to plug in the speakers, and Brazil starts playing again. After listening to his hey hey, a lot of people were very impressed, including Sonia. So when Brazil started playing again and their speakers started working, a lot of the guests were very sad. They really wanted to see what this boy has. But Tony to the rescue, I guess. He goes back in and then messes with the wire so badly that they are done for the evening, basically. And the music stops again. It's really quiet. And all the guests crowd towards the end of their little garden to where the ship is. They are expecting some show. And Rohit looks at it and is like, oh my god, people are waiting for me to sing. And then with all that is kind of encouraging, and then he starts singing his song, and it's a proper hit. Okay, a lot of people enjoy it, including Atul, and Sonia is completely impressed by it. So safe to say, her party turns out really well despite Tony messing up with her music system. The whole night, we can clearly see that Rohit and Sonia are making eyes at each other. Right when she is blowing the candles on her cake as well, like she is looking at Rohit while she's blowing the candles. So the friendshipy thing in the morning has turned into something else, for sure. Now while this is happening at one side of the beach, on the other side, there's a secret meeting. A secret meeting between two cops and the owner of the car dealership where Rohit works at. Now, what's happening there? This meeting is about drugs. Yes, the car dealership owner is a drug smuggler, and these two police officers are his business partners. So what had happened? Mumbai police recently busted a big smuggling ring. They confiscated a lot of drugs worth millions. Back in those days, apparently how you deal with confiscated drugs is basically you burn them. And Mr. Malik's, his whole business plan was that he used these two police officers to smuggle some of those drugs that were supposed to be burnt, and then smuggle those drugs outside and sell those drugs. So that is his whole operation. This operation was very risky, and clearly there was mole in the police department, and people have figured out, the commissioner had figured out that the amount of drugs that are being confiscated and those are being burnt, the amount is significantly different. So some of the drugs is disappearing. Where is it going? And he is investigating. Malik's business is in trouble, and that is the meeting all about. Anyway, back to Sonia. The next day, she is just thinking about Rohit and doing he likes me not with a rose. And Atul, her friend, he comes and he sees her doing that and said, oh my god, can you stop thinking about him? And Sonia's like, what are you saying? I'm not thinking about anyone. Rohit is like, okay, don't mess with me. I know you're thinking about Rohit and you like him and whatnot. Just stop it. You're being pathetic. Anyway, he's messing with her. That's when one of their other friend comes up and he says, oh my god, guys, I have secured the cruise tickets. So Sonia, Atul and their entire big friend group, they are all going on a cruise to Singapore, from Mumbai to Singapore. That's a long ass cruise. But Sonia is being her emo self. It's like, I don't feel like going, this, that. And her friends are trying to convince her. And that's when Atul says, okay, if you're not going, then probably Rohit won't go either. And she's like, Rohit is going? And he says, of course, I specially hired him as the musician for the cruise. Well, I thought it would be a good surprise for you, but okay, I guess you're not coming. And then she said, oh, no. When did I say I'm not coming? I'm obviously coming. Sure, Sonia. So it's time for the cruise and everybody's on the ship and it's about to leave, but there is no Rohit in sight. And Sonia is super worried. Where is Rohit? The whole point for her to be there was so that she can take the friendship to the new level with Rohit, but he is not here. They request the captain to wait for a little more, but captain said there's nothing I can do. We have to live when we have to leave. Anyway, Sonia is super upset, but turns out Rohit was on the cruise this whole time and he starts his performance the moment the ship leaves the harbor. And you can see that he has that superstar quality where he can lift people's mood and get them dancing and on their feet. So clearly a lot of potential to be a superstar, and it is noticed by a lot of people, a lot of women as well. So Sonia tries to talk to Rohit, but Rohit is whisked away by a bunch of women who all wants to take a picture with this musical talent. And the pictures are really suggestive, okay? It's not like a fan picture anymore. And Sonia gets super jealous, and Rohit doesn't have that idea, like that this boy probably never was flirted with, so he has no idea that is what was happening. Sonia drags Rohit away again and they go to that little bar at the ship. Now their conversation is bizarre, okay? Both are talking about feeling of how excited they are. Sonia thinks it's about how they feel about each other, but Rohit is talking about how he feels being on the cruise. The miscommunication, oh my god. Anyway, there is this other lady who just goes and grabs Rohit from Sonia where she is having a conversation with him, and this lady is super annoying. Okay, let's call her annoying girl in yellow because she's wearing this yellow thing. Anyway, so she drags Rohit and just starts flirting with him like, girl, what are you doing? You can clearly see this whole group of friends who basically hired this musician. They all want this musician to hook up with one of their friend, which is Sonia. What are you doing? Anyway, so she's flirting with Rohit and asks Rohit to sign her heart. She has a heart tattoo on her hand, so she wants Rohit to sign there. And Tony sees Sonia really fuming at what is happening, and Tony, he's there to add fuel to the fire. He wants Sonia to get even more jealous so that I think he's trying to get Sonia and Rohit together. But he's telling Sonia, oh my god, I expected Rohit to be popular, but I didn't expect that to happen so soon. And Sonia says, what do you mean, what? And he says, look how he's signing her heart. He's not signing her heart, he's signing her hand. But it's the heart tattoo. Look at them, look. Tony is being so obvious, but Sonia doesn't realize that. She's looking at Rohit and just getting annoyed even more. And while Rohit is just oblivious, he's thinking he's being nice to this annoying girl in yellow, but this annoying girl in yellow is just being annoying. And he looks at Sonia and Sonia gets really angry. He just shows it on her face and walks away angrily. Rohit, I think, at this point realizes what happened, but he's just happy that Sonia is jealous of him. Oh my god, the girl he likes has a crush on him. But Sonia is angry. Okay, she's throwing a fit in her room and throwing things around and says, oh my god, do you think like if only he can flirt? Okay, I'm going to show him what flirting is. And she's hell-bent on doing that. Who is she going to flirt with? Anyway, we'll find out. That evening there is going to be a Christmas party. Okay, and this one Atul comes up to take Sonia down to the party, and Sonia decides, okay, I'm going to flirt with Atul. Atul is the childhood friend, the owner of the little 5-star hotel that Rohit used to work at. Simultaneously, Tony is getting ready to go to the party. He has this little brown blazer on, and Rohit is not ready. So Tony says, come on, let's go. And Rohit says, I don't have fancy clothes for a party like this. And what are you wearing? This little church blazer is not going to cut it. This is a fancy party. But Tony is determined. So he pretends to be the laundry department for the ship and steals blazers from 2 people. Now Rohit and Tony, dressed in this stolen blazer, go to the party. Okay, immediately Rohit garners a lot of attention from everyone because he's that good looking, and this blazer is also like, this is white blazer that suits him really well. He's instantly surrounded by women, and a girl gives him a red rose as well, which Rohit like really accepts like this. Sonia sees this and gets really angry as well, as she turns angrily at Atul and starts to flirt with him. Atul is her childhood friend, okay, and he does not take the flirting. He's in his own little mind, and he's just talking to her as if like he's talking to a buddy. He doesn't get like she's trying to flirt with him. That's when Rohit comes in. He says, he gives that rose that some girl gave him to Sonia and says, this is my gift for you. And Sonia accepts it. Oh, thank you, and gives it to Atul. Atul, this is my gift for you. And Atul takes this rose and he's just really confused, like, why is Sonia giving him a rose? Rohit, standing there, tells Sonia, you shouldn't give a gift that is given to you by somebody else to someone else. And Sonia is like, I can tell that to you as well. Like, bitch, you just gave me a rose that some other girl gave it to you. And here we find out that the 2 men Tony stole these blazers from are the magicians. And these magicians were supposed to perform at this party. And suddenly, in the middle of this party, there is a dove coming out of Tony's little blazer, and it lands on Atul's shoulder. And Atul is completely allergic to dove and starts sneezing. Rohit sees that and tries to take his little pocket square, and he gives it to Atul. And as you know, there are multiple handkerchiefs coming out of his little blazer. So everybody thinks, oh my god, he is a magician. He's giving a show. And he's surrounded by women again. Okay. As you do. Now the clock is at 12 o'clock and everybody is wishing each other Merry Christmas. And everybody is kissing each other as if it's a new year while they're wishing. Maybe it's like a cruise thing. And Rohit's entire face is covered with lipstick marks because that many women wished him Merry Christmas. Sonia sees this and now she is done. She grabs a bottle of whiskey which is this big and leaves the party. Rohit sees that and goes after her to see where she is. He is searching the entire ships and finally finds her in this little lifeboat at the end, like at the very corner of the ship. And by this time she is completely hammered and she is cursing Rohit out loudly. He goes to her and says, what are you doing, Sonia? Stop drinking. And tries to take the bottle out of her hand. By that time, he's on the lifeboat as well. Okay. And Sonia is yelling at him and they're bickering back and forth. Sonia says that it's Rohit's fault, entirely Rohit's fault, that she is drunk. She says, it's because you were flirting. That is why I got drunk. And Rohit is like, what about you flirting with Atul all the time while he doesn't even notice? What about that? And he grabs the bottle and takes a sip himself. So they are hating on each other back and forth. While doing that, they are also taking shots each from that little bottle. They are completely hammered. And at one point, Sonia pushes Rohit. They both fall on the lifeboat floor and the lifeboat detaches from the ship. We see next morning, Rohit and Sonia passed out on that little lifeboat. And they are in the middle of the ocean, no ship, no island in sight. Rohit is freaking out. He's yelling to nowhere. He's trying to strategize. He's trying to plan what to do. And Sonia is very quietly sitting and just questioning why Rohit is freaking out. I think once you are really that privileged that you think, oh, my daddy is going to save me all the time, I won't have any problems in my life. So I think she doesn't realize that she is actually in a big trouble. But Rohit is very realistic. He has been fighting his own whole life for himself, so he knows nobody is coming to save him. So this ensures like a really interesting dynamics between the two, while Rohit is really irritated by Sonia, why she's not taking things seriously, while Sonia is trying to romanticize the whole situation of being trapped in a deserted island with a crush. Oh my god. After floating on the current for some time, Sonia finally sees an island and Rohit starts furiously rowing towards it. After arriving on this island, Rohit is still trying to find if there is somebody else on this island, but it's very obviously deserted. He's still planning and strategizing of what we can do, while Sonia is just being ditzy and just roaming around. She even said, oh my god, are we like Adam and Eve of this island? And Rohit just looks at her and says, take your skirt off. She's wearing this pink skirt, okay? This look is very iconic, by the way. Sonia is taken aback. What do you mean, take my skirt off? I didn't actually mean that we are the Adam and Eve of this island. And Rohit is like, just take your skirt off. She's very confused. Absolutely not. Get back. And Rohit snatches the outer, like the pink outer layer of the skirt. She still has this white inner skirt, and he snatches it away from her and takes it away. And he ties it on a stick and makes it a flag. Like, sir, you could have communicated that. Anyway, so he puts this flag there, and Sonia asks, why do you need a flag? Why am I making this accent for Sonia? She doesn't speak like that, okay? She's really cute. Rohit says, this is a flag to symbol people that we are here. I'm sure people in the ship would notice that we are missing, so they'll send in search parties. We shouldn't be that far away from where the ship was. So after some roaming around the island and trying to make a game plan, Rohit ends up at the very top of the island. Like, there is a little hill on that island, so he ends up at the very top and he sees a helicopter, okay? And he starts yelling at the helicopter and he's very happy. He thinks the helicopter noticed him, but the helicopter's just flying away. And then Rohit starts panicking and he starts following the helicopter till the very end of the island, but the helicopter doesn't notice him. Then he looks back, like, what's wrong? Didn't he notice the flag? And he looks at the place where the flag is supposed to be, and the flag is gone. Sonia has taken the flag to go fish. He angrily goes to where Sonia is. So Sonia is like at the cliff of the mountain. He angrily goes there and says, what the hell are you doing, woman? And she says, oh, I'm just fishing for dinner. And he says, why did you take the flag off? There was a helicopter. We could have been saved. Woman, what are you doing? And she gets angry at Rohit at this point. It's like, speak properly to me, man. And they are just fighting back and forth. And at one point, Sonia slips from the cliff and she just goes right down in the ocean. And she's drowning, okay? Sonia is asking for help. She's drowning. And Rohit starts panicking. He's wondering what to do. The thing is, Rohit can't swim, but he still sees Sonia drowning and he dives in. Okay, he tries to go where Sonia is, but clearly he cannot swim and he is drowning. Sonia's in the water. She sees Rohit dives and said, ha ha ha, pranked you. But within seconds, she realizes that Rohit is actually drowning. So she swims towards him, grabs him and takes both of them towards the shore. At the shore, she finally manages to wake Rohit up. And she's really confused. Like, why did you jump? If you can't swim, what the hell are you doing, you stupid man? And that's when Rohit confesses to Sonia, says he likes her. And that's what Sonia wanted to hear. So I guess almost drowning helped both of them. Kids, don't try to drown yourself to confess to your love. Just tell them. Just write a little note. Just text them. Like, we are in the texting era, that would work. Anyway, so they are in their honeymoon phase in a deserted island. Rohit also makes Sonia this shell necklace from the shells that he finds just around the beach, and it's super cute, okay? And they are having their moment. At the very beginning, when they came to the deserted island, Sonia was the one who said, "Oh, I don't want to go back," and Rohit was desperate to go back. And now it's almost like they have switched. Sonia wants to go back so that she can start living her best life with her new boyfriend. But Rohit thinks, okay, if we go back, there is no way we two can be together. He is so realistic, and Sonia is so in her dreams. But one thing that I've noticed, these two are really opposites. Like, they had an opposite life, but they really fit well together. Sonia is really privileged and had a really good life, but she also values hard work, and in general she is a very down to earth girl when it comes to values, and she respects people. She is empathetic. She has all the good qualities of a good person. And same with Rohit. Even though he works hard and he has a hard life, he doesn't look at rich people as if, like, he doesn't blame rich people, so he doesn't have a bad intention towards anyone. So these two, like, really good and empathetic people as they are, so they fit well together. So even though they're so opposite, I like them together. They just work. Rohit and Sonia are on this island not more than 2 days when finally Sonia's dad finds them. He brings in the entire cavalry, multiple ships and helicopter, and he is really happy to find Sonia, but he is pissed to look at Rohit there. He kind of figures out the implication of what's happening. As soon as they go back to Mumbai, calls up Malik, the car dealership owners, and tell Malik, fire Rohit right this moment. And Malik said, "Oh, don't worry, Mr. Saxena, I've already fired him. You don't have to tell me again. I'll make sure that he's blackballed from the industry, that nobody hires him." This conversation Sonia hears, and she's really taken aback by the way he is now. But he's adamant. He says, "Listen, Sonia, you are you and Rohit is Rohit. This is not going to happen, and you better listen to me. I have decided that I'm sending you to your uncle in New Zealand. You're going to finish your studies in New Zealand, and later you're going to thank me for doing this for you. No arguments. Pack your things. We are leaving." Sonia and her dad are in the car, and her dad is still telling Sonia that, "Listen, what, I'm taking you to New Zealand and this is for your own good." He is being very righteous about the whole thing. And right when they are in the car, Rohit and his bike just stops at the signal again, and they both look at Rohit, and Rohit looks at them. And this dad, he's so righteous. I don't know where he gets his brain from, but he says, "Listen, Sonia, look at you. You're sitting so comfortably in this car, and look at him. Where is he? He's riding a bike. There is a big difference." And he looks at it, and Sonia is gone. He looks at Rohit, and Sonia is sitting on his bicycle, and she says, "Now look at it, Dad. Now there is no difference between me and him. Now, is there?" And the signal turns green, and Rohit goes away. And Mr. Saxena is just sitting there looking at what is happening. He goes home, and then Malik is there, and then Malik is telling Mr. Saxena, "Listen, find them right now. Go to the police and complain about the whole situation, or you'll find out like they both are already married or something." And that's when Rohit and Sonia comes back home, and Rohit said, "Listen, we are not married. We are back, but we are not married." And there is this speech that Rohit gives about his own value and his own worth, and he says that he is going to be successful. He does realize where Mr. Saxena is coming and what success part that he was talking about, though he was very out of the line in my opinion. But he tells Mr. Saxena, "I have decided to be successful and be a person that can give Sonia a very comfortable life, and that's when I'm going to marry her." Mr. Saxena, he says that he's very impressed by Rohit's values, and he would be very happy to let Sonia marry him if he becomes successful, or whatever successful means. And Sonia is just really happy. "Oh my God, thank you, Daddy. I know you are always great, this, that." Then Rohit says something. He just looks at Mr. Saxena and says, "I'm going to hold my end of the bargain. And when I become successful, I hope you can keep your word." That is a clear indication that Mr. Saxena is just saying that to appease his daughter. He might not keep his word in the future. But he says, "Oh no, keeping our word is the whole part of my business. Of course I'll do it." Now whole gang is discussing on Rohit and Tony's rundown ship. By this time, Rohit and Tony have become very, very good friends with Atul and the whole friend group that Sonia had. And all of them, like the whole friend group, took so much effort into getting Sonia and Rohit together. And they don't want this dad to come in between this love story. So they are scheming. Rohit needs to be successful, so let's see what they can do. That's when Atul, the businessman, says he has a good voice. He should be performing. That's when a girl comes up with a brilliant idea, in my opinion. It is early 2000s, so she says, let's record a bunch of songs in his voice, his original songs, make them into cassettes, and we will distribute them in our colleges. And then we'll have a stage show. And this is the plan, and this plan goes really well. Rohit records his song, and they are an instant hit. People love him everywhere. Even the word goes back to Malik and Saxena, and they are also discussing how Rohit is actually a hit now. Like, people are actually talking about him. And Malik says, oh my god, you might actually have to let your daughter marry this man. And then Saxena says, listen Malik, his success is still in my hands. Whatever that means. Like, man, Rohit becomes super successful. And eventually, it's the time for the stage show, his most awaited debut. That morning, everybody's practicing. It's dress rehearsal. It's the hustle and bustle at the stage. And Sonia is also there. She is also encouraging the whole thing. Rohit says, okay guys, wait a minute. I need to pick up Amit, his little brother. He's in the school and I am super late. I can't cycle there. So he borrows a friend's motorbike. Rohit is parking that bike at this parking structure, and then he hears a loud sound from the basement of that parking garage. He goes there to check it out. Earlier that day, Malik, the dealership guy, he receives a phone call from one of those officers who are stealing. He receives a phone call from one of the officers who are stealing drugs for him. He tells Malik that the commissioner has identified Malik as the person who is stealing those drugs. So the commissioner knows everything. And the commissioner now wants to speak with Malik. So the basement of the parking structure is where this meeting is happening. The commissioner, along with the two police officers, Kadam and Shinde, who are stealing the drug for Malik, are meeting Malik in this basement. And the commissioner is very confused. Why did you decide to meet here, Malik? Listen, I know you are the one who is stealing the drugs. Now tell me who are the officers who are stealing the drugs for you, and we can maybe talk about reducing your sentence. Oh, okay, I can tell you the names, but is it okay to tell those names in front of these two officers? And the commissioner says, yes, of course. These two are my most trusted officers. And all three of them start laughing. Obviously, for the dramatic effects, before each of them shoot the commissioner, and the commissioner dies. Malik is super happy, but just when he looks up, his whole life shatters because he sees Rohit has seen it. And the other two officers also see where Malik is looking at, and all three of them are shooting at Rohit again. Rohit narrowly escapes and finds his bike, and he is riding the bike away. Now riding that shit like his life depends on it, because it does. We hear Malik make a phone call. Sarji, Rohit has heard everything. And on the other line, it's Mr. Saxena, Sonia's dad. He is the real head of this whole operation. And he tells Malik, kill Rohit on sight. Rohit is on his bike and these three are chasing him. They're shooting at Rohit as well. And while they are on a bridge, one of the bullet hits Rohit's bike in a certain way that it slips. Rohit and his bike both slide off the bridge and are in the water. They can't see Rohit anywhere. Both police officers, they cover up the whole situation saying there was an accident. That Rohit was an accident and he fell into the water. This news reaches Tony because he is, I think, his emergency contact, and he is at the venue location where the stage show was supposed to happen. It's already time and everybody's looking, where the hell is Rohit? Now Tony, Sonia, Atul and all his friends are right where the bridge is, and Tonya is yelling at people to find Rohit, and everybody says it's fine, they'll find it, there are divers in it as well and we'll find Rohit. And he says, but Rohit cannot swim. How are you going to find him? Shinde and Kadam hear that. Now the mission isn't rescue. It's recovery. They have declared Rohit dead. In the end, they couldn't find Rohit's body. The aftermath of Rohit's death is pretty devastating. A lot of people loved him. Amit, his little brother, has just given up talking. He doesn't speak, he's in a constant state of shock. The retired downstairs couple, they're still looking after Amit and they are pretty devastated. They were kind of a surrogate parents to both Rohit and Amit. Now one of their son is dead and other son has given up speaking and just resigned from living. And then there is Sonia. She is really depressed. She just keeps looking at the shell necklace that Rohit made for her and just keeps crying all day. Mr. Saxena is really upset with the whole situation. No matter what he felt about Rohit, his number one priority in this world had always been his daughter. Malik has a suggestion. He tells her, change her environment, change her surrounding, send her away to your brother, let her live in New Zealand and she'll forget Rohit like this. Mr. Saxena agrees, and Sonia is being shipped to New Zealand where her uncle and her cousin lives. Hello, I'm Raj Chopra. How are you? Do you like my Raj cosplay? I got the chain, I got the bandana, the mesh t-shirt. Now all I need are those Hrithik Roshan abs. But no, wait, we are not done yet. Hrithik Roshan got his Raj glasses for around $300. Mine are from a second-hand store. They have so many scratches. Oh my god. Also, I'm going to be snacking while filming this part. I have Peppy. So Sonia is now in New Zealand with her uncle, and her uncle has a little daughter who is named Neeta. She's not little, she is Sonia's age, and she's very outgoing and very interested in just living her best life. And Sonia is here, she's depressed. So Neeta is trying her best to keep Sonia entertained and get her to do things with her. It's been 2 weeks now, and Neeta has decided she has had it. She is going to take Sonia out for a day out or a night out, and Sonia is going to have fun. That's a Neeta guaranteed. Neeta is actually a really cool girl, right? She's like cool, she wears like this sporty clothes, and she always keeps falling. Apparently when she was born, the Pandit said, wherever there will be injury, you'll find Neeta there. Now Neeta has dragged Sonia out, and she has this red Ferrari, like a convertible thing. I think it's a Ferrari, I'm not sure. But it's like a red car that doesn't have the roof on it. Now these girls are going to a disco, and according to Neeta, this is the best disco in New Zealand. They stop at a red light and Neeta leaves the car to make a phone call. Apparently you can do that in 2000s traffic rule. So Sonia is sitting in the car, and then there is this white sports bike that stops right beside her. She looks up and it's fucking Rohit. But it's not Rohit. Like, Rohit was just a boy next door with this curly hair and just casual t-shirt and shirts that he used to wear. But this guy, he has glasses. He's wearing this black leather jacket, and the whole vibe about him is very different. He looks at Sonia, looking at him, and then gives her a little wave. Sonia looks at him and says, Rohit. He is very confused and just says, oh, something weird has happened. That's when the light turns green and he just speeds off. So it's clearly not Rohit, because the mannerisms are different, not just the style. The whole person is different, but just with Rohit's face. Sonia is in a state of shock as well as confusion. Right when Neeta comes back and they go to the disco. At the disco, Sonia is still confused and just really not in a mood to dance. But she looks at the parking lot, and there is the white sports bike that she saw. Now she has to go and check it out. And in the disco, she sees him dancing in the middle of a dance floor. That's Rohit's whole face. She runs out where the bike is parked, and then there is a fanny pack on that bike. She digs in and finds an ID. On that ID, it's his face, but his name is Raj Chopra. Back in the club, Neeta is talking to Raj, And Neeta introduces Raj to Sonia. And Raj there, like the cool guy that he is, he starts hitting on Sonia, first of all, and starts using these Urdu words incorrectly. And apparently that's what he wanted. He wanted to learn Urdu, but always kept failing. But Sonia is just standing there. She is not feeling it. She is not feeling this whole conversation. She is not feeling this guy's face. Like, why is my dead boyfriend talking to me? She bolts. And Raj is there, standing there, completely confused. I'm taking these glasses off. They are making me go squint-eyed. It's the next day, and Rohit still cannot forget Sonia and meeting her. He gets frustrated, calls Neeta and says, come on, let's go skiing. And while he leaves from his house, there is somebody hiding there, like behind a tree. It's Sonia. What is she doing at Raj's house? She is waiting for Raj to leave. And then she goes inside and introduces herself to Raj's mother and says, hi, I'm here to see Raj. So clearly she waited for Raj to go so that she can go in and investigate. Then she starts asking Mrs. Chopra all these questions about Raj. When did you get here? Has Raj ever been to India? What she finds out is something we all knew. Raj is a completely different person who just happened to look like Rohit. This absolutely breaks Sonia's heart. Simultaneously, Raj is out there skiing with Neeta, and he complains to Neeta that, oh my god, your cousin, she has made my life so difficult. You have met her yesterday, but she has made my life difficult. I see her everywhere. While I'm getting ready, it's her face. While I'm brushing my teeth, it's her face. Wherever I see her face. I need to meet her. I want to talk to her. Neeta, make this happen. And Neeta, well, she's playing a matchmaker. She knows what Sonia has been through, that Sonia is recovering from a heartbreak. So she thinks, oh, my best friend Rohit, he's such a good guy. He comes from a good family. All the girls want to be with him and he likes my cousin. Yes, it's time to make my best friend my cousin-in-law. That's what it is? Yeah. Cousin brother-in-law, whatever that relationship is called. Then Neeta schemes such that Rohit and Sonia would run into each other on a pier the next day. Rohit agrees with the plan, goes home, and that's when he finds out from his parents that Sonia was in his house and asking about him. Here, Mrs. Chopra, like, she's a typical NRI mom, okay? She sees this Indian girl with good manners, very soft-spoken, just a very wholesome girl asking about her son that she really wants to be married. And she is convinced that this Sonia girl is going to be her daughter-in-law. So Raj's parents tell Raj about Sonia and her visit, and Raj is just so happy. He thinks, oh my gosh, she came here to ask about me. Does she want to marry me? He is on cloud 9 and he cannot wait for the next day when he is going to run into Sonia. But Sonia is depressed. Now it's the next day and Neeta has managed to drag Sonia to the pier where she has schemed that Raj would meet them. And Neeta is saying things like, oh, Sonia, don't worry. Maybe good fortune might just run into you. Who knows what can happen? Very, very strong implication by Neeta's there. Just when Sonia was about to tell Neeta something, Raj finds them. And Sonia is there looking at him like she has seen a ghost. And she might as well have seen a ghost. And then again she bolts, like always. Whenever she sees Raj, she's been running away. And Raj is now frustrated, okay? Like, what is happening? This girl was at my house yesterday talking and asking about me, but now she just runs away from me. Neeta says, okay, don't worry, I'll see what is happening. And Neeta is as well a little frustrated with Sonia at this point. Like, why is this girl being so rude to her best friend, okay? So she goes to Sonia and actually talks to her and says, listen Sonia, Raj is a very good boy. He is actually interested in you. There are so many people who wants to be with Raj, but Raj is interested in you. I understand you have a past. I understand you're trying to get over it. But this is a good opportunity and you shouldn't miss it. For whatever it is, just forget your past. And this is your future. Go with it. But how can I go with my future when this future keeps reminding me of my past? Sonia says. Neeta is confused. What do you mean? This Raj looks like Rohit. He has the exact same face. Neeta was not expecting it. She goes to tell Raj about it and Raj laughs at her face. What do you mean I remind Sonia about her dead ex-boyfriend? Did that guy had 2 eyes, 1 nose and 1 mouth? Raj, I've seen Rohit's pictures. It's the exact same face. Sonia doesn't want to be rude with you, but the thing is, you remind her of Rohit so much that she cannot bear it. And that is why she keeps running off. Your face literally tortures her. What do you mean my face tortures her? That's not the case. I do not believe that there is such a thing that can happen. Raj is convinced that Sonia actually doesn't like him and she is using this as an excuse to not to be with him. He thinks that this is Sonia's way of rejecting him. Raj wants to find everything himself. He goes and finds Sonia and tells her, Sonia, don't run. Show me Rohit's pictures. He basically demands Sonia to see those pictures. And you know what? This time Sonia, she says, okay, you want to see Rohit's picture? Come with me. Raj sees those pictures and he is devastated. He thinks this is a big joke that life is playing on him. The one time he was in love and now he's supposed to remind this girl of her dead boyfriend that she's actively trying to get over. His dad is also shocked by looking at those pictures. But he tells Rohit one thing. Listen, Rohit, you have always worked hard to get what you wanted and I've never seen you give up. Why are you giving up now? You like this girl, right? Yeah, Dad, I like her a lot. Then don't give up. He convinces Raj to pursue Sonia. Now Raj is determined. It's quite a roller coaster of a day for Raj. First he is disappointed that Sonia is rejecting him. Then he's depressed because his face looks like Rohit. And now he's determined to pursue Sonia. Like, that's a lot of emotions to go through. On day 1 of pursuing Sonia, there is another hurdle. He finds out Sonia is going to India back. So now he is going to India as well. He wears this fake mustache and gets on the plane and gets a seat right beside Sonia. Okay? Sonia is not amused by his mustache. So he says, I have a fake beard too. Like, bro, that's not the point. Anyway, Sonia is not entertaining and she is in her low and down self. And this really gets to Raj. He says, listen, Sonia, what you have gone through, I for one cannot imagine. Losing somebody that you loved so much is horrifying. This is not the end of the world that you think. You still have a very long life ahead of you and you have to be happy for it. And I'm hoping I can be the one to provide you that happiness. And that's the only reason I'm here. But Sonia is not responding. She's just sitting there. She's just looking out of the window. And as you say, no answer is an answer. Yeah. They land in Mumbai and as they're getting off the plane, Sonia feels bad about leaving Raj hanging like that. So she tries to say something. That's when Raj cuts her off. Listen, Sonia, I understand. I got your answer. I'm not the one who overstays their welcome and I do understand you need some time and I'm not the person that you want at the moment. So I'm going to take some rest. For a couple of days, I'm going to stay at a hotel and then take a flight back to New Zealand. I hope you live a good life and I hope you find the happiness that you so truly deserve. Raj is such a good guy. Just when Raj is trying to get into a taxi, somebody shoots at Raj and he gets a bullet right in his upper arm. Sonia sees this and runs at Raj. And there is a shooting in general, so it's at airport, so people are panicking. There's basically a stampede at this point and everybody's running around and somebody shoots at Sonia and Rohit's direction one more time and Sonia and Rohit bolts from there. Okay, the person who is shooting at them, we find out, is Inspector Shinde, one of the corrupt police officers who was working for Malik and the part of the trio who killed the police commissioner. Now Shinde is panicking, okay? He's looking for this Rohit lookalike or what he thinks is Rohit everywhere. He sees Sonia with him, so he's convinced, yes, this is Rohit. He calls Kadam and says, Kadam, I saw Rohit. What do you mean saw Rohit? Did you see his dead body somewhere? No, I saw Rohit. He's alive. He's with Sonia. I saw him at airport. Kadam is not believing this. He says, listen Shinde, have you had too much to drink? As long as I bring you Rohit's dead body, you're not going to believe me that I saw Rohit, right? Okay, now I will bring you Rohit, but you do one thing for me. Make sure that Rohit and Sonia, both houses' phones are tapped and there is somebody outside their house, and see if they are coming or not. Unaware of all this, Sonia calls her dad from a phone booth. Her dad picks up and says, Sonia, what are you doing? Why are you calling from a local number? I had no idea you were coming back to India. Dad, I just came back to India. I was at airport and then people started shooting at my friend Raj. He's injured. Please help me. Yes, Sonia, I'll help you. Where are you? Tell me. Then she gives the address of the telephone booth, and she goes to check on Raj. Okay, and Raj is trying to tie like an handkerchief over his wound. Apparently the bullet grazed him. He's not heavily injured, so like he's fine. She's tying an handkerchief on Raj's arm, and Raj is trying to make jokes, and yeah, she's not responding a lot. That's when they hear two bikes come to where they are, and they quickly hide in this closed shopping center, and they are looking down at where the telephone booth is. These two bikes stop, and there are these two men who get off. They have guns with them, and they are looking everywhere for anyone they can see. From the conversation of these two people, Raj and Sonia realize that these two had tapped the call that Sonia had made to her dad, and that is how they found out where they were, and they are actively trying to kill both of them. Raj and Sonia are so confused. Why would anyone try to kill them? Especially Raj. This is the first time he was in India. There is nobody in India that knows him, and he's so worried that why is somebody trying to kill him? Then, and at this point, both Raj and Sonia are hiding in this antique store, and Raj sees his reflection in this big mirror, and that's when he realizes something. Oh, they are shooting at this face. What do you mean? Sonia asks. Listen, Sonia, the way you misunderstood that I am Rohit, somebody else might misunderstand that as well. They are trying to kill Rohit and not me. What do you mean? Why would somebody try to kill Rohit? Was he involved in something illegal? No, he was just a simple boy. How did he die? He died in an accident. Are you sure it was an accident? It might be something that somebody was trying to kill him. Now Kadam, Shinde, Malik, the car dealership owner, are all meeting at Mr. Saxena's house because they are all in this together. And nobody's believing that Shinde saw Rohit there. And they think he's just making things up because he was drunk. And all Mr. Saxena wants is Sonia back. So he says, do what you want, bring Sonia back. Kadam and Shinde are now outside Sonia's house, and they have hired this bunch of gangsters, and they are putting people everywhere to keep an eye out. Sonia and Raj, who just happened to try to come back home, sees this and they run away. They decide to lodge a complaint to the police. When they go to the police station, there is Shinde there. And now police are chasing after Sonia and Raj, and they barely escape. They hide in this funeral procession while the police were chasing them. And this confuses Raj a lot. He says not only the gangster, but even the police are chasing after them. What exactly was Rohit involved in? And they are going in this funeral procession, and then there is this flute that is being played as the funeral march. And then right when Sonia and Raj escape, this flute player starts chasing them. It's Tony. He is just amazed to see Rohit come back. And he starts crying. Before Raj and Sonia could say anything to Tony, he says, I don't care what you're doing. You're coming back and talking to Amit the little brother. He says Amit has given up speaking the day you left. You need to go back and talk to him. When this trio reaches Rohit's house, they see Shinde there. and a bunch of police officers. Apparently, that house has been searched, and they somehow escape. And they go to that little houseboat that was supposed to be Amit and Rohit's little studio. Sorry, Tony and Rohit's little studio. So they go there and hide. That's where Sonia tells Tony everything. That this is not Rohit, this is Raj. And Tony's little brain is frying up. He said, okay, whatever it is, I'm gonna go and arrange some food. I need some sustenance to bear with this madness. Right there, Raj is sitting outside, and since it's the studio where Rohit used to practice his music, Raj has found a bunch of music notes. And one thing I forgot to mention, Raj himself is quite a singer as well. Yeah, he's a singer, he's a musician. I think it's a hobby for him. Not sure what he does for living. I think he just be a rich boy. That's his profession. Anyway, so he starts playing the guitar that Rohit has, and he's playing some notes. Sonia listens to that and says, where did you find this melody? Oh, these are Rohit's notes. And he has written quite a good songs, and that's what I'm playing. But I'm having trouble with this part. Do you know what that is? And Sonia knows the lyrics for it, so she starts singing to help Raj with that music part. And one thing leads to another, and now Raj and Sonia are doing a duet. It's like a mini duet with just a guitar, but it's like the first proper moment that they had together. They spend the night at that little boat, and next morning, Sonia tries to make breakfast, and that goes terribly. And that's when Raj tries to take over. And in all this mess, I think Sonia forgot to be depressed, and she is back to her original self, where she's just bubbly and happy-go-lucky, like how she was at the deserted island when she was trapped there with Rohit. Now Tony is scheming for a reunion of the two brothers. He disguises himself as a delivery man, and he's there to deliver milk, and goes to Amit's house, where that little shack. Out of the police eye, he manages to get Amit and the two the retired couple to meet Rohit and Sonia at a little mandir. Now Amit, this little boy, you can clearly see it's been a while since he had a proper good night's sleep. You can see like he has dark circles, and he looks really tired, and as somebody who has absolutely given up on their life. But when he sees Raj, he definitely thinks that his brother is back, and he starts crying. It's a very emotional reunion, but of course the police finds them, and Raj and Sonia have to run. And the police are chasing them in this like narrow alleyway, and somehow Raj and Sonia separates. And since the police are shooting at them, they have to run their separate ways. Sonia ends up hiding in this electronics store, and right when she almost got away, she hears somebody call her name. She looks around, and it's Atul, her childhood friend. He sees her and goes, Sonia, where were you? We were all so worried about you. Do you know how worried your father is? And she says, shh, quiet. Let me tell you. And that's when all the TVs, all the televisions that the electronics store displayed, start displaying this one emergency news. It's Sonia's face blasting everywhere, her description, and how much award is on her head. Or not on her head, like they just want information of where she is. And that's when this mom and her little girl, they spot Sonia. Sonia runs away with Atul, but Shinde and Kadam as well, and all the cavalry come back to the store. They ask the mother who spotted her about all these questions, that was it Sonia? She says yes, it was Sonia. This was the girl that I saw. Was there a boy with her? The mother says yes, there was a boy with her. And Shinde is so smug. Kadam is there with him as well, and he says okay. He pulls out Rohit's picture and says, this was the boy with her? The mother says, no, this wasn't the boy. Shinde, Kadam go back to Saxena house, and Malik is there, and now everybody is very, very angry at Shinde. They are convinced that Rohit is dead, and there is just some other guy with Sonia this whole time. And because of Shinde's insanity and insisting that Rohit is back, Sonia cannot come home, and Sonia is in trouble. So her dad is very, very angry. Sonia is with Atul and they are going back to the boat. Before they could reach there, Raj has reached the boat and he's looking for Sonia if she has come back. But he finds Amit there, sitting really quietly. Raj goes to Amit and says, "Hi Amit, like, what are you doing here? It's too late for you to be out of your house right now." Amit says, "I'm just here because I was worried about you and I thought the police would shoot at you again." Raj says, "Who told you that I was shot at?" "I was there the day of the show where you were trying to pick me up. I saw the police shoot at you." Raj says, "What? What did you see?" That's when Amit spills the bean. Amit was there at that garage that day. He heard those bullets as well and went down to look. That's when he found the two police officers and Malik shooting at Rohit and Rohit barely escaping. After Shinde and Kadam follow Rohit in their little police car, Malik makes a phone call before chasing Rohit. He makes a phone call to Sarji. And Amit heard everything. Now there's this little group of resistance that is formed, or Team Rohit if you would. It consists of Sonia, Raj, Tony, Rohit's best friend, Atul, Sonia's best friend, then Amit and the retired couple. Also the big group of friends that Sonia had before, like they are eventually going to join. Now Amit's this whole story about how Rohit got shot at and the commissioner's murder and everything is out to this little group of resistance. And Atul has a question. "Amit, have you seen those 3 people who shot at Rohit before?" Amit says no. "Can you recognize them?" Amit says, "Yeah, if I see them again then I'll recognize them." But how will Amit ever see them? Raj has an idea. Raj says, "Well, I have to come out as Rohit. If I tell people that I'm Rohit in a very public manner, these 3 will come to shut me up. And that's when Amit will find them." "But how will we do that?" Atul says, "I have an idea. Why not have another stage show? We'll put everywhere that Rohit is back and he's doing another stage show. Rohit's music is immortal anyway and people want to see a show but can't because Rohit is dead. If we tell people that Rohit is back, it would be everywhere." So the plan is to market the show, have a stage show while Raj performs as Rohit, and have a bunch of cameras pointing at the audience. Amit will be sitting in a control room where he'll see all the cameras that are at the audience, and he's going to identify who are these 3 people that he saw. Everybody's super excited about this plan and they think it's such a fantastic idea, and everybody really wants to catch those people who killed Rohit. Everybody's very invested in it and they start running around and trying to see how they can make this happen. Everybody's excited except for Sonia. Raj finds her and asks her, "What happened to you? Are you not happy with this plan?" Sonia says, "No matter how much I want to catch Rohit's killer, I cannot in good conscience put you at risk. I don't want to catch Rohit's killer at your expense." "It's fine, Sonia, I can do it." "Why? Why are you doing all this?" "Because I love you." I mean, I don't know why Sonia looked shocked, but they marketed the show very successfully. And as they predicted, the 3 murderers who killed Rohit did hear about it. And now it's Shinde's time for redemption. He throws that little pamphlet where it advertised that Rohit is back at Saxena and Malik and says, "Listen, you said that I was a drunk. You threatened my job, but look at this. I told you Rohit is back and he is back. He is having a whole show." Then the Kadam, the other police officer, he says, "Okay, now Shinde thinks so positively that Rohit is back and there is a show apparently. Why not just go and check it out?" Saxena, Sonia's dad. He says, listen, whatever it is, if it is actually Rohit, he will take one look at the three of you and would recognize you instantly. You three are not going to that show. I will go and I will check it out if it is actually Rohit or not. There's this really cute moment between Amit and Raj. Amit asks him, are you not my Rohit Bhaiya? Raj asks, what do you mean? Why would you think that? Amit says, I heard a lot of people say that you are not Rohit, you are somebody else. Raj says, what does your heart say? My heart says that you are my Rohit Bhaiya. You know what? My heart says that as well, that I am your Bhaiya. It's like a really cute moment that Raj has adopted Amit as like a little brother of his own. Now it is the day of the show. Everybody is very excited and everybody is planning everything to the T. Amit and everybody else is in the TV room trying to keep an eye on everything. That's when somebody calls Sonia and says, Sonia, your dad is here. Did you know that? And Sonia says, oh my god, my dad. So Sonia hasn't met her dad yet. She has been away from home for safety of the whole thing in general. She did not trust anyone. So when she sees her dad, she is very happy. She goes to meet him and there's like a really good reunion between father-daughter. That's when her dad asks, what is this? People say Rohit is back. Is Rohit actually back? That's when Sonia spills everything to him. She says, no, this is not Rohit. This is my friend Raj Chopra, who I met at New Zealand. He is helping us to catch Rohit's murderers. Rohit's murderers? Rohit was murdered? Yeah, he was. Amit, his little brother, he saw this whole thing where 3 people killed the commissioner, then proceeded to chase after Rohit and kill him as well. And Amit is sitting in the TV room at the moment, keeping an eye on the audience so that we can spot where the murderers are. Dad, you wait here. I'm just gonna go and arrange everything. Don't worry, stay here. I'll be back. Mr. Saxena doesn't wait a second and calls Malik. He tells him, listen, this is not Rohit. This is some entirely different person. He is Raj. He lived in New Zealand all his life. So he doesn't know you. But there is somebody else who knows you, who can recognize all 3 of you. So do not come near this concert at all. Malik says, don't worry, Mr. Saxena. It's good to know that Rohit is dead and this is not Rohit. But we are in the concert. And yeah, they were in the audience there. And they said, don't worry, we are in disguises and nobody will recognize us. And the disguises do work. Amit is not able to recognize anybody in the audience. Once the concert is over, everybody is about to leave. That's when Raj walks on the stage. Since Amit has not recognized anyone, Raj decides to take things in his own hands. He starts retailing that how it's just a miracle that he, Rohit, is still alive and can do this concert. He announces that there is a special reason that he thinks he is alive. It's because somebody tried to murder him. He saw somebody do something criminal. He saw 3 people kill the commissioner. And now he is alive to identify them. Raj is completely baiting these people and it works. Suddenly, one of them shoots at Raj. And since a gun has been fired, there is a stampede again. Everybody is running around. And luckily, Raj was wearing something protective underneath it, so he is safe from the bullet. But now everybody has run away. Mr. Saxena sees this and calls Malik. Malik, I told you not to do anything and this is not Rohit. But Malik is not buying it anymore. He has completely lost faith in Saxena. He says, what do you mean it's not Rohit? He is retelling everything just as it happened and that's Rohit's face. Are you trying to get us arrested for Rohit's murder? And are you scheming with your little daughter for it? Rohit has not seen your face. So if anybody is going to go down, it's the 3 of us. You will be safe. Later that evening, stress is running high. And that's when Raj gets a call. Or the call is for Rohit. And the caller says, there is a white van outside. Get in. If you want Sonia alive. Yeah. They have kidnapped Sonia. And without wasting a second, Raj is bolting outside and he got into the van. In the van, there is a little mobile phone, and the mobile phone is instructing him where to drive. The kidnapper instructs Raj to drive at a shipping warehouse port. There are a bunch of goons around, and they announce that Rohit, walk right towards where we are instructing you, or Sonia is dead. They are following him with this big light, and when Raj walks behind a big shipping container, he doesn't come out. The goons that are hired help basically says, where is he? Where is he? Sir, we cannot see the boy that came in. Where is he? And that's when Raj starts taking out everybody who is standing guard one by one. Now the two left are Shinde and Kadam, who are holding Sonia hostage. And Raj takes both of them down one by one. And right when he was about to rescue Sonia, somebody shoots at them. It's Mr. Malik. And now Sonia, she doesn't recognize who Kadam and Shinde are, but she knows who Mr. Malik is because he's a very close friend of her dad. And she's very confused, like, Uncle, she calls him Uncle, like, Uncle, why are you doing this? I'm absolutely shocked seeing you here. And he says, oh, you're shocked seeing me here? Do you know who our fourth accomplice is? And before he could say anything, he gets shot right in the heart. And Mr. Malik is on the ground and he's dead. Sonia looks around to see who saved her, and it's her dad. And she runs to her dad and says, thank you so much, Dad, for saving me. Amit has now reached the warehouse and goes to Raj and sees Malik, Kadam and Shinde lying on the floor. And he says, yes, these are the three people who shot at Rohit. And this one, he points at Malik. He's the one who called Sarji. Raj is curious, okay? He sees Malik's phone lying on his chest. He picks that phone up and there is a missed call. Missed call from Sarji. He says, let me just call. He calls and Mr. Saxena's phone starts ringing. He cuts the call. Mr. Saxena's phone stops ringing. He calls again. The phone rings again. He cuts the call and the phone stops. Everybody's confused. And then everybody looks at Raj. And Raj shows them Malik's phone with the caller ID as Sarji. He calls again. Mr. Saxena's phone's ring cuts. The phone stops ringing. So you are Sarji. You ordered the hit on Rohit. Sonia is floored. She cannot believe her dad killed Rohit. But at that point, Mr. Saxena had completely given up on hiding things from Sonia at that point. I think the point came to him right when Malik and he had that little spat earlier that evening where he knew that, okay, Malik is going to run off on his own, and he had never felt that helpless. And then Sonia, his daughter for whom he did everything, was kidnapped. He felt even more helpless. I think those were the turning point when he thought, okay, I have come too far in this. And as Bollywood movies go, that's when the police arrives at the very last moment and they just arrest Saxena for everything that he has done. Saxena goes in without any contestant. He just confesses everything. It's quite an abrupt ending for Saxena. Like, I resist a little more. But anyway, he is now in the jail, rotting in the jail as he deserves. And now Sonia. Where are Sonia and Raj in all this? They've been getting closer and closer, and they had their little moments here and there. The only one time that we saw Sonia back in her old self was when they were cooking breakfast at that little boat. There was also this other moment where Raj said that he loves her. Whatever it is, maybe it's the combination of all moments that now Sonia says that she is going to be with Raj. And the movie ends really abruptly with an engagement. I would have enjoyed a little bit more of a stretched ending, if you would. I really enjoyed this Raj and Sonia dynamic. But yeah, that was Kaho Naa, Pyaar Hai. And can you believe this was like the debut movie? One thing that always amazes me is how much different Rohit and Raj were. And it was the same person playing them. And not only that, Sonia or Amisha Patel's chemistry was so different with Rohit than it was with Raj. And even though both of them were like a romantic thing, but it was still so different. These actors are amazing, and can you believe this was their debut movie? Everything about Kaho Naa, Pyaar Hai is just so iconic, and it definitely changed the landscape of Bollywood movies in many ways. The direction is good, the costume is so good. They have put Amisha Patel in this such cute dresses, and not only just the female fashion, Hrithik Roshan wore such great outfits throughout this movie. I'm sure any of the outfits that he wore in this movie, if somebody ended up wearing now, even this thing, it would still be stylish. Nothing of it was dated. Everything was not only iconic but also timeless. Like, how did they manage to do that? In the end, it's a Rakesh Roshan movie, so making good movies is just in his DNA. If you like this video, I'm sure you would love the movie even more. And even if you have seen it as a kid, as always, I always recommend people to revisit these movies because watching them as an adult gives just a very different experience. I enjoyed it. I'm sure you will enjoy it as well. I'm sure this movie is somewhere in those 900 streaming apps that we have. At least one should have it. I had a great time watching this movie. I love this Raj cosplay that I have on. Never thought I would do something like this, but this is for my younger self. Anyway, if you like this video, let me know. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye!